Hi guys, you are gonna hear some dogs in the background. I apologize. They're just playing, but I wanted to take you along with me on a little bit of an organization journey. I have a lot of decluttering things I am doing lately. Some may say it's nesting. Some may say it's just because I moved into a house like 8 months ago and I finally feel like I'm like starting to kind of get my life together a little bit. It's probably a little bit of both, but we've made some changes around our house, and so I have a lot that I want to organize, and I figured I'd take you along with me. We could chat and catch up, and then I can just kind of share a little bit about what I'm doing, where we're at. They're probably distracting. The lighting in our basement is not very good, so I don't think you've really seen much of our basement. There's not really much to see, actually, so I don't know why you would, but I just moved my office down here, and I don't really think I'll have like a full office. I'm not gonna have like a full office like I did previously. I knew that the office that I was using on our main floor was gonna turn into a nursery eventually. It is now turning into a nursery. We just I cleaned it out and painted the first coat this weekend. Brian's gonna try and paint the second coat tonight, so we can start setting up the nursery, because I have been purchasing things for it. Like we got a crib off of Marketplace. I've just bought a few different things here and there. So with that, I've had to move my office to our other guest bed, which is down in the basement. I probably won't really use it as like a full office that often, but I want to have it just because I do have a monitor, and sometimes with my work, it's really nice to have a monitor. I'm not in meetings that frequently, so the meeting part isn't necessarily what I need it for. I mean, it's nice to be able to be in a room and close the door, but it's really more having a monitor. I'm out of breath. I am just gonna organize and catch up with you guys while I kind of sort through everything here. So I am officially 20 weeks pregnant now. I turned 21 weeks like on Tuesdays. Like Tuesdays are my days that I flip over. So I'm 20 weeks going on 21. We had our anatomy scan on last week, and we found out that we were having a boy. So I'm super excited. I had my intuitions. I literally was like, I thought it would be a boy. I told the ultrasound tech, I was like, if you tell me this is a girl, I'm gonna be so confused because my whole entire pregnancy I've been convinced that I'm having a boy. I don't know why, I just have been. Of course, like, as you know, I would have been thrilled with both. And even as a girl, I feel like most people would expect like moms to want girls. And I didn't even like want one or the other necessarily. I just, for some reason, was like, I'm convinced of having a boy. Sure enough, I am. Hey, so that was exciting to find out. Everything is healthy with the baby, which is good. You know, obviously all those things are nerve-wracking when you haven't seen the baby in a while in an ultrasound. Okay, they're out there. So yeah, so everything was good. It was, you know, that's always nerve-wracking just because you haven't seen the baby. We did have like an early ultrasound at like 7 weeks, but you know, it's been a while. I feel kicking and movement now, which is kind of crazy. I feel like I started feeling it around 18 weeks, and now it's like extreme where I'm like, there are times where I do jump a little bit, and that's just like, I know I got a long ways to go still, so that's pretty cool to feel. It's been kind of a cool experience. I mean, I really have felt good. I haven't had like the really bad symptoms or anything, which I've been so grateful for. My first trimester was not terrible. I didn't feel like 100% great and normal myself really, but like that's kind of to be expected when it is pregnancy. So overall, I think it was it's been a good experience so far. I feel like last week I kind of had a little bit of not feeling too great again, just randomly. But now I'm like back to being okay again, so I don't know. We don't know. Man, I have like some of the random stuff for my desk drawer. Like this, I think I need to like develop the film on. Trying to think what else I have to share. We don't have names picked out yet. We won't share names until after I'm just kind of like, part of it is like, yes, I don't want people's opinions, but also I feel like I can't confidently choose one. I can have one, and we're leaning towards a name we really like, but like, I can't confidently choose a name before I see him, because otherwise it's just gonna not, otherwise I'm just gonna like, feel like change my mind at the last second. Like, I feel like I need to see him. So, we do have some names that we like, but if you have any good boy name recommendations, let me know. I, of course, have had a names list forever since I was in high school. You know how it is, even before you know you're going to have kids. But it's been fun. Like, it's hard to believe that it's like actually now time for me to like actually pick a name. That is hard to wrap my head around, but that's what makes it exciting, I guess. I could give you an update. So my garden has been an adventure. It's always an adventure. I always have such high hopes for it. A lot of the seeds I started indoors ended up not working very well. Some of them stunted. The tomato plants just got really long, and I don't know. They didn't work super well. So what I ended up having to do was buy some plants from like Walmart. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of plants that started from inside that I had started that actually worked out. My onions I did plant, and they have been growing. We have such a bad grass problem in our garden that I finally this week, the weeds look so bad, and I've spent a decent amount of time weeding, but it's so hard to keep up with, that I finally told Brian, I'm like, can you just spray some like grass specific, I don't know if it's like herbicide that he uses or what. And I actually did that last year too at one point, because I just got to the point where it's so discouraging to me because of that I just was like, if we don't do this, then I'm just going to give up. And I don't want to give up because my plants are actually doing really well, and I don't want them to like suffer because of it. So my plants, I have been producing like a lot of peppers already, so I should show you those. I've produced a lot of jalapenos and banana peppers, and I just picked my first bell pepper, which is very exciting because I couldn't get a single bell pepper to grow last year. So that's been really fun. And my tomato plants are massive. They're growing really big. They haven't produced any ripe fruit yet, but I can see some tomatoes growing, so that's been really exciting. So I don't want to like just be discouraged when I got to this point. So that's been really encouraging. And my cucumber plants are growing, and there's some flowers on them now. So I'm going to get cucumbers this year, which I didn't last year. Just with the reality of how life is right now, it's hard. Like, pregnancy is, even if I like have a pretty decent pregnancy and I feel decently good, it's still hard to just keep up with in general because it is a pretty big garden. My green beans, which was the first year I planted those. My green beans actually were growing really, really well, but then something got in there and ate them all. And now they're kind of being overtaken by weeds, but they look like they're coming back. So I'm hoping that I can get some of those to grow, because those would be really nice to have. That's like the one vegetable that, I can really get Brian to eat that vegetable. And also it's one of my favorite vegetables. Okay, we're now in my closet because I'm in this weird phase where I have some maternity clothes. I'm going to be my biggest in the fall. So I have like long sleeves and things and jeans that I want to keep. I have some stuff that was handed down to me that I don't want to keep, so I'm going to get rid of that. But then I also have all of this, and like these are all my pre-pregnancy jeans that don't fit now. So I'm going to put those probably up at the top. Keep out the current ones that will fit. And then a lot of this is like summer shirts and things that don't fit me now. So I guess I'll just have to put them away for next summer. But then I also have a huge bin in there that has like winter stuff that was pre-pregnancy. It's weird. I'm like in the storage of winter, like winter stuff is being stored, summer stuff is out. But the summer stuff that's out doesn't fit, so it's almost got to go back with the winter stuff. I don't know. It's weird. I just got more hangers because I needed them. But right now I'm just basically living in dresses, and rompers. So, but yeah, I officially officially just tried on a pair of pre-pregnancy jeans and I was not getting them buttoned anywhere near. So it's crazy how much stuff changes until you like go to put, you don't really realize it because it's so slow. And then you go to put on pre-pregnancy stuff and you're like, whoa, definitely different. Okay, so I whipped out from my bin here. I have a lot of like DIY skincare, body care products. The arrowroots, what I use on my dry shampoo. And then in here I have shea butter and cocoa butter. I have castor oil, jojoba oil, vegetable glycerin, because I think I was going to use that for like a face wash, vitamin E, and then I have lavender and frankincense, and then I have bentonite clay powder. So I whipped this up because I wanted to create a body butter that was good for stretch marks. Now I know you can't prevent stretch marks necessarily, like a lot of times it's genetic, but I just figure it's good to have like a homemade lotion just to at least put on my stomach area and different parts, just, you know, just to have. I mean, why not, right? I want to know what's in the ingredients, and it just makes me feel good to just keep moisturizing my skin, whether I prevent it or not. I'm not one that's like gonna be so heartbroken if I get them, but I just figured now's a good time to start. So I did half cocoa butter, half coconut oil, and then there's a teaspoon of vitamin E, and then a couple drops of lavender and a couple drops of frankincense, and that was it. So it's super easy. I can put the recipe down below. I had just this little jar that I want to use, and I'll keep it kind of like, I'll keep it in my drawer here just for daily use, and then I'll store this in my other backup drawer. I did create body butter last year and it came out a lot thicker, like the texture of raw shea butter almost. This is so whipped, like I was showing you, so I'm really excited about this. And I also, because it was so thick and dense, I didn't use it up, and I know you're supposed to use up stuff like this every 2 to 3 months, like it shouldn't last super long. So I had noticed there was a tiny little bit of mold at the bottom, so I just starting fresh with this. It'll be really nice. And then I also have these containers because I want to organize. Close your eyes. This is a lot. So I want to organize that with bins. I feel like I'm kind of in a, what am I in? Am I in a nesting phase yet? We're also going to redo our bathroom before the baby comes. So there's a lot happening, but I'll link the recipe down below. It was super easy. Okay, I look a little rough because it's like 7 in the morning. Do you hear that? I'm in my garden and I wanted to show you the status. I haven't showed you any of this yet. I haven't showed you because I'm embarrassed because this is all grass and weeds. However, my tomato plants are looking really good and I'm out here pruning them and really trying to clean up the bottoms of them. So let me show you. So this is actually in the best shape possible all around here. This is literally, there's supposed to be green beans in there. I don't want to talk about it, but like I haven't pruned any of these yet, and you can tell how they're so low. These ones I've been working, and I don't know if you can even tell, I can tell a huge difference of really, and I still have a little bit of work to do, but my gosh, the difference already of just trying to not have them all on the ground. You can see I'm growing plants, or I'm growing tomatoes, so. And then I'm just really trying to encourage them to move up. But like, these are so big compared to last year. I think my plants only got to like maybe that tall last year. So this is really great. I'm really happy with this. Now I'm just really trying to, like, these need to be reined in. So that's what I've been out here doing. I've brought the puppies with. There's supposed to be onions in there. Cucumbers are actually not too bad. I've been trying to go at least weeding around them right now. And then I'm really just trying to take it like one step at a time. I come out here for like an hour at a time. Coming out here more frequently now. I don't know if I'll be able to keep the onions alive, but at least peppers, I'm got to do a little bit more weeding around them, but I've been okay. I've been collecting quite a few of those. And then we are going through really bad drought right now, so I'm trying to not over prune these, but. Okay, it is a different day. and I want to share with you, sorry, there's going to be a little echo in here until we get more furniture. I want to share with you the nursery. We just finished painting. It's a very neutral Sherwin-Williams. I think it's accessible beige. This room was like white before, and you can even see, I don't know if it was the previous owners or people before them, the paint job. That's from the previous. This is not from the new paint. So it was like a very white color. Now it's more just this neutral beige. I wanted to keep it neutral just because we're gonna have more kids, hopefully, God willing, and it's, you know, if we're gonna have boys, girls, I just wanted it to be easy. We can swap out decor, just keep the base of the room neutral. So I'm really excited. Like, we're gonna get it all set up today. I'll show you what I have so far. I don't know if you can tell. This is a really bad angle. Don't mind. Look at, isn't that crazy? It is a maternity shirt, so I feel like it makes it like look more popped, but like, what the heck? So we got this crib on Facebook Marketplace, actually. I believe it's the Da Vinci brand, but I have to go back and double check. I wanted a specific, I was looking for a couple brands that were a little bit better, non-tox, if you will. You know, trying my best, but not trying to be like perfect. But we did find this one for a good deal on Marketplace. It's pretty much in brand new condition. It does convert to like a toddler bed, but who knows? We'll probably just leave it as the crib because we may just put multiple kids in it and get a different, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is, but we have options. I think I'm gonna put it against this wall because when you walk in the door, it's right there. So I think we'll do that. I got this really cute rug at Walmart, and this makes me smile because growing up, I had a rug like this, but it was probably like an 8x10. Like, it was a lot bigger, but it had like a road that you could like play on, and it was really fun. And I just thought, you know what? I'm keeping this room pretty neutral, and so I might as well have something kid-like, and it's fun. We were having a boy, but this, you know, kind of is boyish, could lean both. But maybe once we put the crib up, we'll put it like in front of the crib or something. We have options. Obviously, I'm not gonna like just like leave it in the middle of the room because it is smaller. And then I got that lamp at Walmart. I put it together last night. It was on sale actually, so it actually looks really nice in this corner. I do plan to put like the rocking chair or whatever chair we end up getting in this corner. And then this is a table that actually I got from my grandparents. After my grandpa passed away this spring, we've been going through his house. Now that both of them are no longer here. And I was able to take this and also that. So I did paint them both because they were both already painted, but they were like chipping and stuff. So I like repainted it. I accidentally painted it shut though. So I need to get the top off, but basically the top opens up and it's got like a really cool, like old school desk look to it, I think. Actually, I think it fits a sewing machine too, but I just pictured it as being like a really cool like school desk for kids. So, but anyway, it's nice. It's just like a little nightstand, so I'm gonna use it. Either I'll put it with a chair in the corner there as like a nightstand, or maybe I'll just like set it up against the crib for now here or this way. We'll play around with it. But I figure it'd be nice to just have like someplace I can set a water bottle, probably like a nightlight, that type of thing. And then this is the other thing I got from my grandparents. So we're gonna use this as a dress or a changing table. So we'll just put the topper on. It's very old and kind of sticky, so I don't know how I'm gonna do the drawers yet. It was easier to paint over the original paint that they did instead of trying to strip all the paint off and then sand it and restain it to like the wood that it was, because I did that earlier this year for my dining room table, chairs, and a few other projects, and I just didn't want to do all that work. So it works for now, but that'll be our little changing table. And then I have so much stuff to go through in here. We're starting to collect a lot of stuff, which is really exciting. I just can't get over it. Like, how cute. So slowly starting to collect things. I have awesome friends who've had babies that didn't use all of their diapers, so they gave me some to try. Of course, I'm gonna try to be a little selective on the type of diapers I get that are a little bit cleaner. Not that these are, but I'm gonna take what I can get too, because I know that a lot of these are really small sizes that they're in them so temporarily that I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But I am slowly collecting a lot of things, books, all of this stuff. So I need to like go through it. We have some cute paintings that we're gonna hang up, just so much stuff. So I'm really excited. So the goal is to work on this tonight, which will be nice. But I can't believe like we're already doing this. It's just crazy. I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. Stay tuned for my organization of the bathroom closet because I am about ready to tackle that project today. I also have more nursery room updates, so I'll tackle sharing those today. But I just wanted to wrap up the vlog because I know this one was getting long and I figured I'd just start a new one. So thanks so much for watching and checking in, and I hope you will stick around and come back when I post my next vlog update. Okay, bye guys.